everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I can't really talk. I'm bringing you another Halloween look. So for today's video, I was inspired by two pictures in particular. I will pop them both here. The girl at the top, she is the one who came up with this idea, and I did a bit of research. One of her first posts to go viral, and it's her most recreated look. This is kind of my take on it. In terms of the lips, I think it's my current picture on YouTube. If not, from this photo shoot, I did do the candy lips thing, although they definitely stayed on better. So if you like the look of this already, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe with that notification bell on. And without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, hello team. We have a base on, we've got foundation, concealer, it's all set into place. So we're starting off with the trusty white pencil and just mapping out the shape of the ice cream splat, going over it so that it's a bit more defined and that I can see it. And I'm taking the special effects palette from Makeup Revolution, mixing the red and the white, matching it to my hair because I kind of wanted everything to tie into each other. And rude not to, I've got the hair, I don't have to wear the wig, so let's go for it. So I'm just filling in that whole space, avoiding my eyebrow, but I'm going on my eyelid as well, and yeah, making sure that is all in. And I wanted to extend it a little bit so that one of the droplets kind of came down a little bit further, so I just did that, filled it in again, and then did a few little like droplets. I did one on the side of my cheek, but didn't really like the look of that, so got rid of it. But yeah, did those, filled them in. Then I did another one, like a little teardrop on the other eye, and another little extra one on the side. So then I thought, oh, that's broken, good. I would take some of the white to start to highlight, but before I did, I thought I would set it. So I'm using my Technic blush palette, going in with the bright pink. I was watching Animal Crossing video, so I was a little distracted then. But I thought I would set it down because I have oily skin and the face paint is not going to stay on my skin. But it was quite bright, but I thought it's okay, I will go in with another colour to make it like go back to the same colour that it was, because I did really like that pink. But just going over everything to make sure it is set down and doesn't move. Then I'm going into my matte Zoeva palette, taking the white shade and then going over it all, and actually it created the really nice same kind of baby pink, candy floss pink that we had to start with. And then I'm going in with the white back in to do the highlights. I'm not really amazing at this kind of thing, so I just kind of went off of like what you learn in art. If there's a light coming through from one side, you highlight those bits. And then I'm going to start with, well, I thought I was going to use this shade, but actually it turned out a little bit too dark to start with. So this is from my Urban Decay All Matte palette, and I'm basically going around the whole of the thing with this brown, but you want to focus it a little bit deeper in the curves rather than the droplets, if you know what I mean. So I did that on the bottom, and then I'm going to do the same on the top, and there we are, I've done that. And then we're just going to continue to deepen it up because you want to create that effect that it's standing off of your face. So you can see what I'm doing in each of the little curves, making it a little bit deeper. Then going in with the even deeper shade in the Zoeva palette to continue to get that kind of 3D effect, going around the droplets a little bit, and then I'm going back into the lighter brown. I know, disaster, but I wanted to kind of try and get that gradient. So it started off deeper, closer to the line, and then as you came further out, it faded out a little bit, and then went into the white light colour from the Urban Decay matte palette and went over all of the highlights. And yeah, I thought I was pretty pleased with how that turned out, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of just went on my own accord. I did look at the reference pictures kind of like at the beginning, went to check the shape, but the little droplets and stuff I kind of went on my own, so good job. Then I'm just going to contour under my chin quite a lot because we're going to make that brown anyway. And then I'm just contouring regularly. Oh, I said that right, I can never say that word. And then I wanted it to be like a pink contour, so everything tied in. So just took the blush and then this bright pink, magenta pink, just bright pink, and just blended it all together using the contour brush. And yeah, just did a little bit on the other side as well. And then I primed my eyes. Oh, I just used the blusher to start with as my transition shade and then blended that all out. Put a bit more primer on my lid and then I mixed these two shades together. This is an MUA palette, which it just comes in so handy for all these bright, colourful looks. But I didn't actually think that the tones went right with the other side of my face. So I went into my Makeup Revolution Tammy palette, used that shade. It does crease a little bit on the lid, but it is beautiful. And then you saw what I did. Blending out some out in the outer corner, did my eyebrows, da-da, and then tightline top and bottom at waterline, and then took a little bit more of that bright shade. And I think, did I mix them? I actually can't remember if I mixed them or just had a change of heart, but you can see what I'm doing under the waterline. Then added a little bit more in the crease, blended it all out, did a wing. I don't really know why I thought that was the best angle to show off the wing, but hey, we're going with it. A little bit more of that shade. It was actually white, but the amount of times that I've put it on a pink base, it looks pink now. So then I did a wing with this glittery liner, and then I thought actually it doesn't really stand out or look that great. So I went, well, it looked cool, but I don't know, it just wasn't quite right for this. So I went over it and did like a white wing, well, a pinky white, a baby pink white wing. And then did a few touch-ups, and those are the two wings. It's quite like the contrasting colours I thought were quite cool, well, the contrast between the black and the white. Then I'm sharpening the white pencil because it was dirty before, put that in my waterline, did my mascara and lashes, bam, we love it. I'm not really sure about this though, because when I had the white in the waterline, my eye looked way lower than the other one, and then I actually changed up the lashes to this set because I thought it looked better. The other ones were just too big. And then anyway, I'm highlighting, and yeah, let me know what you think about the eye, because I'm not too sure about the other eye on the pink side. I don't know, maybe I should have had white mascara, maybe I shouldn't, maybe it's just because I'm not used to having like not a dark, grungy eye. Anyway, you can see we've moved on. Hannah, stop talking. Onto the neck. I'm just mapping out this like crisscross pattern. I did have to copy her neck for this one. I'm going in with the bronzer and just not doing it too precisely, but just filling in all of the little gaps, and then also bringing it down onto my chest. And then I went over it all with a darker pencil, but it looked a bit messy. I wasn't so sure. I couldn't quite get the right colour. So anyway, I tried the brown from the Urban Decay palette, and then I went in with this one from the Zoeva palette, and it was the perfect shade for what I needed. So there we are, we got there in the end. I just wanted it to match the ice cream cone kind of colours, and then went over it all. And then once I had gone over it all, you can see I'm kind of really rushing through this because it took so long, but I'm going on the top of every square pretty much. Here we have slowed it down. You can see that I'm just making like a shadow on the top section, and then I'm going into this, it's not the white, but it's like the paler, I guess, cream at the bottom of them, just to create a bit of, yeah, that kind of 3D effect. So you've got the shadow at the top and then the lighter shade at the bottom. And then I am taking the colour onto the sides of my neck as well, because those areas often get missed in these looks. And then I'm highlighting on the same bits where we had that cream colour, just to add a little bit of something extra. And I feel like when you highlight it with the shimmer, it actually really brings it to life a little bit more. I tried a little bit with this kind of lighter, more cool toned colour, but it didn't quite work. So I went over it again, but I just wanted to show you. And then I also extended it out and then did a similar thing, but not as detailed, but because you can't really see that with my hair. Oh, this bit, oh goodness, here we go. So taking some hundreds and thousands, this NYX glitter glue primer thing, as you can see, it's broken. This is what I originally used on my lips in my photo shoot. So hindsight, probably should have used this again. But anyway, it didn't actually stick that well on my eyebrows. So I went in with eyelash glue, and that did stick really well. But this just takes so long. It really does take a lot of time. And then some fell onto my eyelash, and I thought, you know what? I'm actually going to leave it there because it looks quite cool, but it does just take a lot of time because they fall everywhere. So if you're doing it, make sure you've got a dust sheet down, which I have had at the time, so you can just collect it all together and you're not going to have hundreds and thousands all over your carpet. So anyway, yeah, like I say, I thought I'd just put them into the eyelashes to make it look a bit more legit, and there we are, it's quite fun. So then for lips, I actually initially put lash glue on my lips and then did it, but it just didn't quite work. So then I put a colour on, as you saw, it was a 17 Mega Matte, and then put some lip gloss on. as I say, I wouldn't do this again because it didn't properly, like everything just fell off with the lip gloss, because the lip gloss kind of, I don't know, everything went south. But when I did it in my photo shoot, I did use the NYX glitter primer, and that stayed way better. So if you want it to last a little bit longer, use a glitter primer, or maybe even if you want to go for a lash glue, you can, but I wasn't quite willing to do that. I don't know, it might have just ripped my lips to bits. So yeah, this is good for pictures, but longevity, it's not ideal. Okay, now onto the ice cream cone. So I didn't actually watch how to do this, I just guessed, which I'm pretty proud of myself for. So I got some liquid latex from last year. This is when I did the Powerpuff Girls, like with the bloody heart around the eye. So I'm just putting tissue paper around where I thought that the ice cream cone was going to go, and then kind of just built it up with tissue paper, or with toilet paper, and with the liquid latex. But then I realised that actually I would need to be putting this in my hair, so I pulled it down a little bit so that I didn't have to have liquid latex literally in my hair. But even so, we did get some in the hairline. If you do get any in the hairline, I got some baby oil last year to help take everything off, and well, to help get the liquid latex out of my brushes. I would recommend using a brush that you're not as, like, you don't use all the time, and also get some form of oils, either a baby oil or coconut oil might work, and then you can use that to get it out of your hair, if you get any in your hairline, and also out of the brushes. You're not going to really get it out with soap unless it's an oil based one. But anyways, you can see I'm just building it up. Mum came in at this point, that's why I'm laughing. And then yeah, I'm just building it all up, and then I put a little bit on the ice cream cone as well, a little bit of the liquid latex to get it to stick as well. And at this point I was really excited because I was like, oh my god, I didn't even realise this is how they did it, and it looks really cool. So fingers crossed it's gonna stay. And then I just filled in a few of the gaps, added a little bit more liquid latex, a little bit more tissue, but not too much, took some of it off, and then just continued to build it up, a bit like papier-mâché, you know, you're just building it up. And trust me, this didn't go anywhere. I was really surprised. And then I added a little bit more of the blusher just to make it look like strawberry ice cream, as it looks like that's what's fallen all over my face, so careless. Added a little bit more. As you can see, I'm just filling in the gaps here, holding it down. I can't believe how much this sticks. It's really strong stuff. And that one was only Makeup Revolution, so it wasn't expensive at all. Then I'm adding on some more of the hundreds and thousands, and as you can see at this point, they're just in big clumps on my brush. But you know, you just go for it and just whack them on as many as you want. This is when it really came together, and I was so excited at this point because it looks so cool. Adding a few more, and there we are. But yeah, let me know what you think about the eye with the pink side. When I had the white in the waterline, my eye looked so much lower than the other side. So I don't really know how to get around that. I don't know whether I should have had white mascara on or not, but let me know if you have any suggestions, because I'm not really sure what I should have done. But I kind of wanted the two eyes to semi-link, but not look exactly the same, if that makes sense. So hoping everything stays put. Here we are, the little close up, and you can see it all. Okay, so I really wanted to use this setting spray from Technics. As you can see, it is really like just majestic, but I think the spray was broken, so it just squirted out at me. So I used a glowy one from NYX. So yeah, that is the finished look. As always, I will let Chatty Hannah take over from here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy. I'm not gonna lie, I can't actually believe that I pulled this off. I'm really proud of it. I'm really pleased with it. I hope you guys like it. I thought this was gonna fall off, but it's pretty sturdy. My brother's coming round, so if he's here, he's gonna think, is she okay? Imagine living with me in October. Honestly. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. My lips are coming off.